Hello everyone, Mr. Kia, and for this video I thought, why don't I do Isaac? I primarily stream this game, as you can likely tell from all the streams, but I thought, hey, why don't I just make a normal video on it? But, why don't I quickly then play a character that you've seen me finish on stream? This is Tainted Lilith, one of the most fun characters. Despite not being able to see her health due to a curse of the unknown, I can already tell you she starts with 1 red heart and 2 black hearts. Lilith and Tainted Lilith have the most unique form of health due to how they actually have 2 different kinds of health to start. Oh my lord, that is Tech 0. Tech 0 causes your tears to have an electric chain in between them. That chain does constant damage. However, Tainted Lilith's main attribute for attacking is going to be, and this is what Isaac makes you say half the time, you are going to primarily be whipping your fetus jello to attack your enemies. Found the secret room. Not really much of value, so bomb up here so I can break the keeper. There we go. On to the fight. Larry Jr. Oh, this is a champion Larry Jr. Champions can have different effects, and this champion, Larry Jr., actually shoots every now and then. Normal Larry Jr. does not actually shoot. Okay, I'll carry on doing the same thing I've been doing with Tainted Cain, which is going, or not Tainted Cain, Tainted Judas, which is going the alternate path. There is an entirely different pathway I could have taken. I could have, instead of going to Dross or Downpour 1, gone to Basement 2. And from Basement 2, I could go to the caves. I still can go to caves, but it would be Caves 2, once I'm finished on Downpour or Dross 2. Rusted key. This makes it so then the shop can't actually, instead of being a shop, be a trap. This trap is typically known as a greed shop. And I think this could have been a greed shop if I didn't have the rusted key. There we go. There's my item room. I don't have the key for it though, sadly, because I thought it might be better to use it in the shop in case I could buy a key. But let's carry on. Turtlet. It's a living poop. Hurt it enough though, and it will split into 2. There we go. Starlight. Every second shot, potentially, you will shoot a sty shot. Oh my. I'll be taking this. This is Guppy's head. It is a 1-room use, but in the same room I do believe it constantly recharges. This head can summon multiple flies and accounts for a transformation. Transformations are required when you have 3 items that fit a certain category. In this case, I have 1/3 of what I'd need for the Guppy transformation. Guppy items are typically able to be easily associated with either having the name Guppy in them or being correlative to a cat. as, in the lore, Guppy is the name of Isaac's dead cat. There we go. These flames right here, they're white. They will be special for something a little bit further on. I've got a key. I'm not making the same mistake as on Dross 1. And I'm going to go to the item room. This is Seraphim. It's a follower that shoots semi-homing bullets, and I'm taking the unknown Ouija board. Now my tears are spectral. What this means is they phase through the rocks. So, since they phase through rocks, this means I can now actually attack things that would be behind them. And I think it's time I show the importance of the mirror. On Dross or Downpour 2, there's a mirror. When you walk into the white flames on the same floor, instead of getting hurt or dying, you'll become the Lost. The Lost is a character with no normal health, and after doing enough in the mode green, will have a Holy Mantle effect. This means that they can take one hit for free in every room, but only one. So you need to make sure that you are good at dodging, unless you want to die early. When in this mirror world as well, your lives that you would have if you have items that give you more lives aren't accounted for. You must be careful. In this mirror world though, in the item room is what's known as the knife piece. These are important to reach a special boss in this game. There we go. You can also get items from these mirror room floors. Or these mirror floor rooms. Wrong way round for that. And typically these would act as your last resort if you need to pick up coins, keys and bombs. The boss is also the exact same in both the normal and the mirror counterparts. So, with that being the case, that means I know that my fight normally is going to be against Colostomia. And my item is the belt. You do get an extra item from the boss room in the mirror world. That's why I went to fight the boss. Now that I've done that though, it's time to go face the boss in the normal world. Once I get over to there, you'll see that it is exactly the same thing. We will be fighting Colostomia. Here we go. Ow. There we go. Colostomia is beaten, and another devil deal has appeared. Let's see what's in here. I would have loved to have taken either of these, but my health won't let me. The one on the left was Lusty Blood. Lusty Blood means that the more I kill... Or actually no, it might have been Bloody Lust. There's two with very similar names in this game. It's very hard to tell between. But the one that was there, the more I would kill, the more damage I would be able to do. The one on the right was Dark Bum. Dark Bum can pick up any red hearts that you don't pick up, and can plausibly convert them into either soul hearts, black hearts, good flies, good spiders, or bad spiders. Essentially, if I was still Dark Judas, he would be a top tier item for me due to how Dark Judas can't use red hearts of any caliber. There we go. This was a bit of a challenge to get to 2 keys, but I did it. Okay, let's carry on. That item is Voodoo Head. It will allow there to be 2 cast rooms on every floor. I, however, can't use cast rooms for free, and with how low my health is, likely won't be using cast rooms. Okay. Let's carry on. Bonies. I hate bonies, but they're now dead at least. There we go. I'm going to say this. I will use my bomb down here. This is a top secret room. It's only attached to 1 room, no matter what. They can be better and they can be worse than a normal secret room. As you saw, that was purely red hearts. So for my current scenario, that is a certifiably worse room. Ooh! The item on the left is Astral Projection. If I take damage, instead of taking damage, I will become a soul version of myself until the room is finished. If I don't finish it before I'm done being a soul, the damage is taken. I'll take the unknown. Book of Revelations. This is a soul heart generator. And it also does account for a transformation. This transformation is book 1, which will give me a random chance to send a secondary shot out when I fire. There we go. Open up these. I got an item out of 1, yes. That is the screw. It's a tears up and a shot speed up, meaning that my tears are now increased in rate, and the rate that they move is increased. Paralysis is not good. I barely got out of paralysis in time before that fly bomb hit me. Are You a Wizard? Does not do anything to Tainted Lilith because of how she fires, but normally characters would then start shooting diagonal tears once you've got Are You a Wizard effect. There is an item that gives you permanent Are You a Wizard, but it also makes it so then you're shooting from both sides all the time. Okay, considering how this is done, no, I thought that would have been the normal secret room. Accounting for how there was a room on all 4 sides of it. Well, let's go to the boss fight. And this is Great Gideon. Not really a boss fight. It's more of a gauntlet. You've got to defeat 6 waves of enemies. And Great Gideon himself will be intervening. Here we go. Come on, I can do this. There we go. The boss is beaten and it gave me meat, which is 1 red heart, as Tainted Lilith can actually have red health, and damage up. I'm going to leave behind the Guppy's head for this book. The reasoning for this book is, as a soul heart generator, it's going to be extremely valuable to me to keep me alive. Well, that failed miserably because I hit the spike rock. Okay, that card that dropped in there, oh, mystery egg, when I take damage I can get around and follow her. Reversed Hanged Man. This is a new one I got. I'm not quite sure what it's done, but by the looks of it, I'm now shooting additional shots in a permanent nature. Oh, I know, it might be for a timer. I've only recently unlocked this card because if you've seen it, I've beaten Tainted Keeper on Greedier, but I've never found Hanged Man on stream. Meaning I actually have zero clue what this card does. Okay, I'll be taking Pokego. This is similar to my mystery egg, except it will just randomly happen. I will know though when it happens, as text will appear on the screen. Here we go. Let's carry on. Reason I'm backtracking, even though I found the item room and the shop and the boss, is there's a special challenge on this floor which involves the other knife piece. In order to acquire Knife Piece 1, you must do something on the alternate floor version of the basement, Dross and Downpour. For the second one, you need to do something special on the alternate floor of caves, that being the mines or the ash pit. And that is, you need to find several of these yellow buttons, which I've been hitting. There's only 2 out and about, and then there's 1 by the area. They finish this minecart track, and you can get on. In here, all your items are negated. Nothing new is happening. So as you can see, I don't have Tech 0, any damage ups, I don't have my egg. The only things that are kept are Knife Piece 1, any innate factors, so Jello, and your health. Now, once you pick this knife piece up, be ready to run. Beast Mother will start chasing you through this path. There we go. There we go. Dodge out of the way of it. There. Bomb that. Not quite yet. There we go. Bomb there. So I can bomb there. There we go. Now I run for the end. All of that gives you one charge to your active, and it gives you the other knife piece. So now, with both knife pieces in hand, I have created the full knife. This knife will fly along and hit the wall, and it also does deal damage to enemies. Here we go. I am fighting one of my least favourite enemies though in the mines now. There we go. Now, the important thing is this. To carry on, you need to sacrifice 2 bits of health to enter the mausoleum. Its alternate path, though, is Gehenna. And I have cast the blind. I can't tell what items are in this floor. Doesn't help then that my 2 things were items. Oh, one of them was a nice thing though, because it gave me a soul heart. Stapler is a very good damage up. And the other thing I got, Mum's Pearl, gave me luck, gave me range, and a soul heart. Ah, that hurt. Okay. This gives me money. There we go. Use the Book of Revelations. This is a sacrifice room. You can sacrifice health for several things. This can be coins, soul hearts, chests, angel deals, and fights against the angels. The reason that you would want to fight against the angels is the angels themselves are a key to another boss fight. One that you can't do though if you're going to do what I'm going to do. Okay, let me just try to deal with these enemies. Oh, I have those moving eyes. They only move when you shoot. There we go. A Rowan, I'm 1 hit from death now, but every time I clear a room, I'm going to acquire flies. Small rock, damage up, speed down, and also tears up. Okay, just try to take care of all these enemies as quick as you can. There we go. With that soul heart in place, I'm safer again. I've now got a fat bat following me. That means that I have a permanent charmed fat bat, which is very good. They're pretty potent in terms of their durability. I'm saying that even though it's already dead. The reason that... oh, I got a new one. But the reason that it died so quickly was that enemy produced a brimstone beam. Brimstone beams are constant masses of damage. Oh god, that was a shot speed downpill. Okay. What's in here? Greed. I guess I thought of the wrong key trinket, because there's 3 different keys. I think Rusted Key might be the one that increases my luck based on keys? Or it could be one that just increases my rate of keys. Yeah, I think it increases the rate of keys. I'll drop it then. Okay. Pretty fly. I've got a permanent follower now, which will protect me from a tear if a tear hits it. Here we go. Ah, these two. Double trouble. They produce boom flies with fly bombs, and they also throw bombs. There we go. Torn photo. I'll take this. Good choice. I now have flight when I don't have red health, which I don't have anymore. Okay, let's carry on. Bishops. They protect all other enemies in the room that aren't bishops. These little ghosties, they psychic over rocks and throw them at you. The Emperor. This card will take me straight to the boss fight. I'll only do that once I've gotten to the item room and the shop. There we go. Judgment. Summons a beggar, either health or blood. Chariot makes me temporarily invincible. And of course, the blood beggar dropped me enemy spiders after blowing him up. This is a confessional. You could pay health to try and get rid of broken hearts, but you also can use it to acquire yourself potentially angel deal items. And there's another confessional. I'll blow one up. Give me a key and 2 bombs. I'll leave this one. Okay. I'm going to take this. Speed and range with the mini mush. And this shop has a reroll machine. This allows me to essentially restock the shop. Oh, and there's Hive Mind. Okay. That's Ragman. Oh, Troll Bomb. And there's the boss. Looks like I don't need to use a Emperor card to fight Mum. The Mum fight is actually different if you use the alt path. The alt path makes it so then her eyes shoot lasers, and that her foot slams can be more aggressive. Like, thus. There we go. Now, with this knife, instead of jumping down that hole, shoot at that door. You'll lose both knife pieces and the knife, but open the door. You'll then instantly enter the fight against Mum's Heart. This fight is also different, because if you've, like me, beaten Mum's Heart enough times, you would actually have it lives in the womb. Mum's Heart here, though, has different patterns to Mum's Heart before, and it lives. And beating it here reopens the door and welcomes you to the new alt path for the womb, which you can only do by doing this. Corpse. Corpse and Corpse 2 are the final floors for the alt path boss, Mother. Different to Mum, as Mother is a lot more dangerous. Here we go. What's in here? Coins. Can't use coins anymore, and can't really use keys anymore. This is because once you reach the womb, but this also means corpse, item rooms and shops are no longer available. So I'm now running mainly to find the bosses. The end goal of this pathway is to reach Corpse 2 and beat Mother. Once beaten, you would acquire, out of all of these marks on the notepad, the knife. There is major importance to actually completing Mother, though, at least one time, as by beating her, you unlock the ability to do another path, Ascension. It is on Ascension where you locate the ability to actually acquire the Tainted characters. So, let's try to finish off the job here that I've already done. Another IU Wizard Pill. Arcades are still a thing, so this is how you can actually spend your money. And I got a coin, of course. Got more coins, of course. When you don't want money anymore, it just gives you money. And now I'm going to pick up all these coins and play it a bit more. Finally got something that isn't a coin, but it's half a red heart and I can't use that. It gave me a key, and that is a bad fly, but it's an eternal fly, so it wouldn't have hurt me. And of course, blowing up that fella gave me more coins. Got another key, another coin, and another coin. 2 bombs and nothing else, so I get to bomb the machine, and it gave me a key and a heart. Might as well. There we go. Use my Book of Revelations to gain another soul heart. Knockout drops is not helping me out against that boss. That boss was One that you'll learn about really soon as to why he's an easy fight, as long as you don't do what I did and knock him about. That was Chubb. Chubb only attacks you if you're in his line of sight. As Fuss, knocking him about and further increasing his chances of you locking into his sight make him a lot harder to deal with. Okay, got some big leeches here. Okay, grab a key. Come back in here quickly to grab that bomb. A fat bat has appeared. Hit that to get rid of all the traps. And onto the boss. The Scourge. There's a few bosses that appear in Corpse specifically, which aren't the special boss, Mother. And you only will get to fight one of those on every run. There we go. Scourge is beaten. I've got another health up. Well, well, well. Brother Bobby. And Dark Arts. The reason that Dark Arts is here, even though it's Tainted Judas's pocket item, is by beating Delirium as the Tainted characters, you unlock something special. If a Tainted character has an active item or an item that completely changes their playstyle, such as for Tainted Lilith, Jello, for Tainted Judas, Dark Arts, and for Tainted Azazel, Hemoptysis, beating Delirium actually gives you those items as available things to collect as any character. The reason I'm saying special item and not a key item for them is Tainted Isaac doesn't have one. But by beating Delirium, you unlock something very special. You will unlock single-handedly the best dice in Isaac, Spin Down Dice. The reason it's the best dice is Spin Down can let you cheat, essentially, getting items from one side of a deal and still be able to go for either side. This is because you're not paying health if you want to do a devil deal, so you still can get angel deals. Okay, I've got one of the best enemies to have got from PokeGo of this. They shoot a Brim Beam. Weird. Would have expected an enemy in that room. There we go. I got two Visses now, meaning I can have double up on the Brim damage. Also, that enemy that I've summoned, it's also summoning enemies, which are charmed for me. These leeches. Meaning I'm now getting a smaller maspin of an army. Okay, I have quite the few enemies charmed. Now, you can go back from this room, but once you jump in that hole, there's no going back. So let's go and fight Mother. This fight, much harder than most of the other fights in the game. This is due to how Mother has quite the tendency to use a lot of pretty difficult to dodge attacks. She's also summoning enemies up. You want to get rid of these enemies, as when she hits them, she spots them at your exact location. Phase 2. Once you deal enough damage to her, she'll shoot a beam in the middle, and she will come out. In this form, she has not as many attacks, but definitely more annoying attacks. There we go. She also does like to repeat some attacks constantly. There we go. Once this starts happening, you know you won. And that is the alt path. If I hadn't done it already, I would have unlocked something by beating Mother as Tainted Lilith. That's why I was trying to do it as Tainted Judas. As you can see, I don't have the knife checkmark. There is also, though, a major difference. If you notice between Tainted Cain and Tainted Judas, Tainted Cain's checkmarks are purely white and black. Tainted Judas's are black and red. This is because on normal mode you acquire these kind of check marks, but on hard you acquire the black and red check marks. You might also notice the page is crinkled there, but for Tainted Judas it's crinkled and covered in blood. The crinkle means that you've beaten Delirium. Crinkle and Bloody is beaten Delirium on hard. Delirium is considerably one of the hardest bosses in this game, because it has damage scale, so it gains more defense based on your health, or based on your damage, but it also is one of the spammiest ones in this game. So with all that out of the way, this is Mystic, and next time I think we should start a new Let's Play. See you all then.